Welcome to Sports Love Media on YouTube. Tonight's broadcast is going to be about the NIL, name, image, and likeness. I have found information regarding how much money some of these notable athletes are making. Before I get into that, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I go live or when I have sports action videos on the page. It'd be greatly appreciated. So let's get into this, shall we? According to certain information that I've gotten from on3.com, it is where I've gotten the information. So, yeah, I found some information regarding 100 different athletes and how much money they are making on the name, image, and likeness. Now, given this information is based off of what's been reported for 2023, so these numbers could be actually higher than what's listed. So I'll just go ahead and go into this. Bronny James, he's still in high school at Sierra Canyon High School in Cleveland, Ohio. He has 12.7 million followers on his social media, and his value is at $7.2 million. Arch Manning, who just recently signed to play football for the University of Texas, has 243,000 viewers on social media and has an NIL value of $3.7 million. Livy Duan, who is for LSU, she has 11.2 million followers on social media and has an NIL value of $3.4 million. Moving on, Mikey Williams, who will be playing for Memphis, $3.3 million on the NIL valuation, 6 million followers on social media. Caleb Williams for USC has 275,000 followers on social media and has a value for NIL for $2.6 million. Travis Hunter, $1.7 million for NIL, and he has 1.3 million followers, and he plays for the University of Colorado. Shador Sanders, also a commit to Colorado, has an NIL of $1.5 million with 1.4 million followers on the social media. Drake May, who plays for North Carolina, has 62,000 followers on social media and has an NIL of value of $1.5 million. Bo Nix, who used to play for the University of Auburn, who now plays for the University of Oregon because he transferred, has 187,000 followers on social media and has an NIL value of $1.5 million. Anzel Emmanuel, he plays he went to Kissimmee, Florida. Don't say where he goes to school at, but he has 4.3 million followers on social media and has a NIL value of $1.4 million. Sunisa Lee, who is with the Auburn Tigers, she has 3.5 million followers on social media, and her value of name, image, and likeness is $1.4 million. Marvin Harrison Jr. From Ohio State has 348,000 viewers on social media and an NIL value of $1.3 million. Michael Phoenix for Washington has 41,000 followers on social media and has an NIL value of $1.3 million. Nico Imalavana for Tennessee, he has 331,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $1.2 million. Jared McCain for Duke has 2.5 million followers on social media and an NIL value of $1.2 million. Jordan Travis plays for Florida State, has 116,000 social media followers and an NIL value of $1.2 million. Bryce Jones for Duquesne, he has 2.8 million followers on social media and an NIL value of $1.2 million. Sam Hurley for Texas has 5 million followers on social media and NIL value of $1.1 million. Xavier Worthy, also from the University of Texas, has 151,000 followers on social media and has an NIL value of $1.1 million. Sam Hartman, he's going to be playing for Notre Dame. He has 118,000 subscribers on social media and $1.1 million of NIL money. Blake Corum for Michigan has 175,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $1.1 million. Shakir O'Neal for Texas Southern has 4.5 million subscribers on social media and an NIL value of $1 million. Spencer Rattler, who plays now for South Carolina, used to play for another team but transferred to South Carolina. He has 594,000 subscribers on social media, and his NIL value is $959,000. Emeka Ikubuka, I can't really pronounce his name. Sorry about that. He's from Ohio State. He has 86,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $946,000. Quinshawn Judkins for Ole Miss has 105,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $906,000. Drew Tim for Gonzaga, 113,000 subscribers on social media, NIL value $903,000. Malachi Nelson for USC has 162,000 subscribers and $885,000 in NIL money. Evan Stewart for Texas A&M has 2.4 million followers on social media and an NIL value of $872,000. Dante Moore for UCLA has 62,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $869,000. Nick Singleton for Penn State has 46,000 subscribers or followers on social media, and his NIL value is $864,000. Haley Cavender, who plays for the University of Miami, she has 5.1 million followers on all social media and has an NIL value of $862,000. Brandon Miller for the University of Alabama, 67,000 followers on social media, a NIL value of $862,000. Hannah Cavender, also from the University of Miami, has 5 million followers on social media and an NIL value of $862,000. Jaden Daniels for LSU has 94,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $852,000. Jamie Jaquez for UCLA has 63,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $847,000. Robert Dillingham for the University of Kentucky has 556,000 followers on social media and an NIL value of $846,000. Jared Verse for Florida State has 42,000 subscribers or followers on social media and an NIL value of $843,000. JJ McCarthy for Michigan has 263,000 followers on social media and an NIL valued at $837,000. Laetu Lahu for UCLA has 4,800 followers and an NIL value of $826,000. Dylan Raiola for the University of Georgia 37,000 subscribers or followers on social media, and an NIL value of $805,000. Cameron Rising for the University of Utah, 35,000 followers on social media, NIL value $805,000. Marcus Saucer for the University of Houston, 31,000 subscribers on or followers on social media, $801,000 is his value for NIL. Braylon Trice for Washington, 3,300 followers, NIL value $775,000. Adama Sanago for the University of Connecticut or UConn, 8,800 followers, NIL value $773,000. Jackson Arnold for Oklahoma, 51,000 followers on social media, $770,000 NIL money. JT Tumalau, can't pronounce it, sorry. Ohio State, 54,000 followers, $767,000 NIL money. Trayvon Henderson, Ohio State, 127,000 followers on social media, $759,000 in NIL money. Paige Boeckers, University of Connecticut, 1.6 million followers on social media, $754,000 in NIL money. Kool-Aid McKinstry for the University of Alabama, 161,000 followers, $739,000 in NIL money. Let's see. Caleb Love, 415,000 followers on social media, $739,000 is his NIL value. Rome Odenews for Washington, 11,500 subscribers, $735,000 for NIL money. Raheem Sanders for the University of Arkansas, 32,000 subscribers to social media, $722,000 for NIL. Warquez Hunter from the University of Auburn, 39,000 followers on social media, $717,000 in NIL money is his value. Mion Williams for Ohio State, 62,000 followers on social media, $717,000 is his NIL value. Malik Neighbors, LSU, 23,000 followers on social media, $691,000 is his NIL value. DJ Wagner for the University of Kentucky, 148,000 followers on social media, $690,000 is his NIL value. Brock Bowers for the University of Georgia, 100,000 subscribers, $688,000 in NIL money. Zachariah Branch for the University of Southern California or USC, 179,000 subscribers or followers on social media, $682,000 in NIL money. Chop Robinson for Penn State, 13,900 subscribers, $671,000 of NIL money. Flaw J. Johnson for LSU, she has 1.5 million subscribers or followers on social media, $669,000 in NIL money. Marquise Irving from Oregon, 158,000 subscribers or followers, $654,000 NIL money. Julian Sayin for Alabama, for the University of Alabama, 20,000 followers on social media, $645,000 is his NIL value. Anais Smith, Texas A&M, 27,000 followers on social media, $642,000 is his NIL value. Braylon Allen for Wisconsin, 134,000 followers, $633,000 in NIL money. Caleb Downs, the University of Alabama, 91,000 subscribers, $631,000 in NIL money. KJ Jefferson for the University of Arkansas, 47,000 subscribers, $628,000 NIL money. Quinn Ewers for the University of Texas, 208,000 followers, $621,000 in NIL money. DJ Lagway for the University of Florida, 45,000 followers on social media, $621,000 is his NIL value. Donovan Ezraku for Boston College, 5,300 followers on social media, $618,000 NIL money. Shallow Sanders for the University of Colorado, 818,000 followers on social media, $605,000 in NIL money. Marquise Noel for Kansas State, 137,000 followers on social media, $598,000 in NIL money. Matthias Bazelis for the G League has 58,000 followers on social media, $575,000 for NIL. Trey Benson for Florida State, 30,000 followers, $570,000 on NIL money. Let's go back to that list. Anyway, you're seeing these numbers are really, really ungodly high, and some of these athletes probably should be paid more based on the number of subscribers that they actually have. So let's get back to it, shall we? Isaiah Collier for the University of Southern California, 54,000 followers on social media, $570,000 in NIL money. Jerace Walker for the University of Houston, 47,000 followers on social media, $567,000 in NIL money. Jaden Davis for Michigan and possibly Clemson. I think he's played at both places. 36,000 followers on social media, $557,000 NIL money. Donovan Edwards, University of Michigan, 56,000 followers, $554,000 in NIL money. Jacob Cowing, the University of Arizona, 7,700 followers on social media, $554,000 in NIL money. Harold Perkins, LSU, 58,000 followers on social media, $553,000 in NIL money. Amari Bailey, UCLA, 566,000 followers, $551,000 in NIL money. This guy's still in high school, but he's supposed to be playing for University of Kentucky. Justin Edwards, 38,000 followers, $549,000 in NIL money. Jada Williams, University of Arizona, 1,100,000 followers on social media for $542,000 in NIL money. Isaiah Wong, University of Miami, 22,000 followers on social media, $533,000 NIL money. Alu Fashano for Penn State, 7,300 followers, $522,000 on NIL money. Aaron Bradshaw, the University of Kentucky, 8,300 followers on social media, $516,000 on NIL money. Johnny Wilson, Florida State, 43,000 followers on social media, $513,000 in NIL money. Tassan Ivu Bomwana, I can't even pronounce the name again, I'm sorry. Princeton, 4,300 followers on social media, $512,000 NIL money. Anthony Hill for Texas, 34,000 followers on social media, $506,000 for NIL money. Will Johnson for Michigan, 51,000 followers on social media, $497,000 in NIL money. Devin Leary, the University of Kentucky, 37,000 followers on social media, $494,000 NIL money. Joe Alt for Notre Dame, 3,100 followers, $485,000 in NIL money. Brant Guthrie for the University of Utah, 12,900 followers on social media, $484,000 in NIL money. Dwight McGlothard, University of Arkansas, 31,000 followers, $483,000 in NIL money. Haley Van Lith, Louisville University, 763,000 followers, $480,000 in NIL money. Jalen Wilson for the University of Kansas, 216,000 followers on social media, $479,000 in NIL money. Dylan Gabriel for Oklahoma University, 101,000 followers on social media, $477,000 in NIL money. Caden Proctor, the University of Alabama, 47,000 followers, $477,000 in NIL money. Chico Bennett Jr. for Virginia, for the University of Virginia, 3,000 followers on social media, $473,000 on NIL money. Benjamin Morrison for University of Notre Dame, 8,600 followers, $471,000 of NIL money. And Anthony Black, who plays for the University of Arkansas, 120,000 followers, $469,000 on NIL money. That's a lot of information to go over and stuff. And there are athletes that are not in the top 100 that most likely will be making much more money than what is being listed and stuff. And even these athletes that were mentioned, they're probably making even more than that, because name, image, and likeness can go very far, and it depends on how many companies want to hire you to do certain services for them and stuff. I expect those numbers to be higher by the end of the school year, which the end of the school year is technically in May. So those numbers will probably be higher. And in coming years, I expect someone, I don't know who it's going to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes along in the NIL thing and makes $10 million. I know that's a big number to throw out there, but for the longest time, people thought $1 million was a lot of money, but apparently not when it comes to these people who get this money. And you would think that the higher influence that you have on social media, the higher money that you make, but that isn't always the case. Yes, some of the ones that make the most money are more active on social media, but there are some people who barely have 3,000 or 4,000 people following them that's still making several hundred thousands of dollars. So let me know what your thoughts and comments are about this subject matter and stuff. I'm sure more information on that will come available. And I thank 13.com for the information that I got for the NIL money. So with that, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I go live or when I have new sports action videos that go up on the channel. In the meantime, I hope you all have a good night. Peace out.